from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Bison fans are gearing up for the season's home opener this weekend. Here's a live look right now of the Bison block party outside of Shields in Fargo. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. Andrea has the night off. Kickoff isn't until Saturday, but Bison Nation is having a kickoff of their own to celebrate the start of the football season. Sport Director Beth Houle and Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson are out there. We join them now with much more. Guys, what's it like out there?
Hey, Christine, well, you know what? Everybody is standing in line right now. The line is actually weaving its way through the Shields parking lot out here on 45th as the fans are all trying to get their hands on one of those yard signs. This is one of your two opportunities to pick up yard signs before the game. They're going to be giving them out tonight as well as tomorrow at the Bison Football Eve. That's going to be going on in downtown Fargo next to the old Broadway. Another opportunity to gear up and get ready for this NDSU athletics season. Of course, the focus right now, though, is on NDSU football. They're taking on Charleston Southern this weekend on national TV on ESPN. Another huge opportunity for this football team. Right now, though, the fans are getting in line to get those football signs, to get the yard signs, to go ahead and grab a hot dog, some Pepsi, go ahead and meet up with Corso, the live Bison mascot that's here to see everyone. And it's a great opportunity for people to mingle and get to know each other. Some Bison fans they maybe haven't seen yet. And speaking of wrangling, it's not just Corso we're wrangling out here. I've also gotten to run into Hutch Johnson out here, who needs a little wrangling sometimes.
Sometimes I got to get out of the office. You got barbecues, and here we have a block party.
You need to get out of the...
Yeah, a little more often, I guess.
How about it?
I'll tell you what, Shields puts on a great party, and talking with me now is Karen. Tell us a little bit about what we have here.
So our annual Bison block party, kicking off all things Bison football, back to school. We'll feed your family. We'll entertain you all night until 8 o'clock in our parking lot.
That sounds good. And live music from who?
The front fenders are going to start here as soon as I give them the high sign.
Okay, well, they're going to get started. I got to go ask the fans who they're cheering for this year. And I got to tell you, I think I know what the answer is going to be. All right, who do you want to win?
Bison!
All right, are you ready to get the party started? Get started! All right, well, we're seeking 6 in a row, and come join us at the Shields block party, 45th until 8:30 tonight. It'll be a blast. Back to you, Christine.
All right, thanks so much, guys. It looks like so much fun. And don't forget on Saturday to join Valley News teams Alex Egan and Ryan Gellner for the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show. Statewide coverage begins at 5:30 on KVLY and leads you right up to kickoff on ESPN at 6:30. And it felt a bit like fall out there today with temps just barely hitting 70 degrees. Let's get right over to meteorologist Justin Fanfarilli for the look at those temps. Justin?
Yeah, thank you, Christine, and good early evening, everybody. Yeah, we had mainly cloudy skies, a few showers out there today, and it was breezy with that northerly wind, keeping temperatures down, but the few peaks of sun we did get today did just get us to 70 in the Fargo area. That's where we stand right now. Also 70 at Devils Lake, 66 Jamestown, and 62 up toward Bemidji. There's that wind mainly from the north or northwest between 10 and 20 miles per hour with higher gusts out there. Now we're seeing the clouds. As for the precipitation, it is staying away mainly into the arrowhead of Minnesota and way out toward Montana and points north into Canada. So we are going to stay dry as we go through the evening and then through the day tomorrow for the most part, with temperatures falling into the lower 60s by around 8 and 9 p.m. and into the upper 50s as we make our way into the early overnight. Well, we are going to have a very nice day tomorrow and then some storms for the day on Saturday. We'll have the details coming up later in the newscast.
All right, thanks, Justin.
Yep.
It was an intense morning at an apartment building in Moorhead. Police are still sorting out the details of an incident involving a gun at the terrace on the Green apartment building. It happened just before 3 in the morning in the 1900 block of 18th Avenue South. When police walked into the building, they found a man pointing a gun towards one of the entrances. Police ordered the man to drop the gun and he complied. The man told police he was defending himself from someone trying to break into his apartment and fired a warning shot before officers arrived, but no one was hit. With recent shootings around the world, police say they are always on high alert in situations like this one.
Things that have been going around the country, I think all officers, I'd be safe to say that everybody's little bit more heightened and alert of things that are going on.
The man accused of trying to break into the apartment was taken in for questioning. Police tell Valley News Live no one has been arrested. DNA testing has helped the East Grand Forks Police Department figure out whose fingers were found at the Red River State Recreational Area back in May. Police say a person walking through the campsite on May 26th found the severed fingers and reported it to police. The results of the DNA test show the fingers match DNA taken from a 23-year-old male. He was involved in a fireworks accident in late April. West Fargo police have officially ruled the investigation into a Sunday night shooting that left 2 people dead as a murder-suicide. Investigators say it appears as though Clarence Baumgartner shot and killed his separated wife, Tammy, and then turned the gun on himself. It happened in the 400 block of C Street just after 9 p.m. and originally came in as a domestic disturbance call. Police tried to revive Tammy on the scene. She was pronounced dead shortly after the shooting. Clarence was taken to Sanford, where he died the following day. Funeral arrangements for Tammy have been set. For those, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. 2 men were sent to a Fargo hospital today after a car accident. It happened on the Whitestone Circle in 17th Avenue. A witness say she saw a car swerving and crash into a tree. When she ran up to the car to see if anyone was okay, one person was not responding. Police are looking into whether or not drugs or alcohol were a factor in the crash. Students returning to Concordia may soon have the option to drink in their dorm rooms. Amy Kelly with Concordia tells us that Students Affairs and resident life groups will be meeting this semester to work on a policy to allow students to drink in private living areas. Kelly says that right now students aren't back yet, so the details are slim. However, she believes that a decision will be made within this school year at Concordia. The University of Minnesota Crookston has started its new school year, continuing to be the leader in online education. It was the first university in the country to begin offering online degrees just 20 years ago. And as Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us, the school is also boasting a new $15 million addition this year as it continues to draw hundreds of Minneapolis students.
The morning bell at the University of Minnesota Crookston signals the start of another day of classes. This year, when students want a break from the books, they can stop in at their new $15 million wellness center.
I can see myself using the multi-purpose room a lot. There's opportunities to do like yoga classes in there. They have the bike classes in there.
Great cardiovascular equipment, an indoor track that has 10 laps to a mile. Okay. We have this unique surface, it's called Mondo. So it's actually in the gym and the basketball courts, as well as our track, which actually is a great multi-use surface. We can do anything from rollerblading on it to any sports you can imagine.
Officials don't have final numbers yet, but enrollment is expected to be close to last year at just over 1,800 students. Around half those students are getting their degrees off campus and online.
A lot of those folks are working professionals or people that are already employed and don't have a bachelor's degree, and so they are looking to complete a bachelor's degree in order to take that next step in their career.
Svek says the majority of those online students are from the greater Minneapolis area between the ages of 30 to 35.
A lot of the students want that degree and the University of Minnesota namesake to be associated with their degree because that helps them take the next step in their career.
Svek says UMC remains an online education leader in the entire University of Minnesota system. In Crookston, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
UMC's new wellness center is powered in part by solar panels on its roof that supply 10 to 40% of the center's electrical power. Backpacks were zipped and lunchboxes were all packed up this morning for students in Fargo. Today was the first day of school for the district. This is video of students arriving to Eagles Elementary this morning. West Fargo schools have been in session for 2 days now, and Moorhead is set to start on Tuesday, September 6th. And remember, if you pass a school bus while the bus is making a stop, you could be fined. If you pass a school bus while its stop sign control arm is out, you could face a $50 fine. It's the same case if you pass a bus in the oncoming lane. If you had to either drop off or pick up your child at Discovery Middle School in Fargo today, you may have noticed something a little different. The school has released a new traffic plan that goes a little something like this. When dropping off your child, you are now asked to use the west lot by the gymnasium or the south lot by the auditorium. Students are asked to get out of the car in the designated drop-off zone, regardless of where your car is and located within that zone. Now, when picking up your child, you are asked to find a parking space in the west or south lot and let your child come to you. All the I's have been dotted and all the T's crossed to officially put Donald Trump and running mate Mike Pence on the November ballot in Minnesota. Last night, the two were not listed on the Secretary of State's list of those who had filed to run for president. State GOP Chairman Keith Downey said all of the proper paperwork has been submitted to get Trump and Pence on the ballot immediately. A Minnesota Supreme Court appeals panel has ordered the first full and unconditional release from the state's sex offender treatment program. Last year, a federal judge ruled that the program was unconstitutional. Yesterday's ruling discharged 26-year-old Eric Terhar, who spent the last 6 years in state confinement for sexual acts he committed as a child. The court said Terhar's need for further therapy could be met in the community rather than in confinement. And Fargo police want to make sure you're aware about an increase in motorized scooter thefts across the city. They posted this picture on their Facebook page with some tips to avoid becoming a victim. Here's what they suggest. Use a steering lock if your scooter has one installed. Buy a cable lock to make sure and remove the keys from the scooter when you are not using it. And remember to park your scooter in a well-lit area. If your scooter is stolen and you'd like to report it, call the Red River Dispatch Center. That number is on your screen. Still ahead tonight, Louisiana flooding has taken many lives and has damaged the homes of thousands. Later on Valley News Live at 5, what some locals are doing to help out.
And we will be warmer for tomorrow, clouding up during the daytime hours with some showers and thunderstorms moving through in the evening and then overnight period. We'll have the details coming up next.